Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, bright blue skies today. Not a cloud in sight, which is great. It's a great thing. We did get the drizzles that we really needed, right? So
Yes.
Things got watered, but it was not the old doom and gloom crazy rain that we were anticipating for this week.
Yes.
It didn't pan out the way that we were told it was going to.
Yep.
But it's all good.
It's all gravy.
All
good. This is it's looking like today's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
Checked the weather this morning and I was like, you gotta be what? I was like, okay. I guess the storm isn't coming this way. It's going that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be nice and clear and beautiful, and we should be able to get quite a bit done outside, or I should say I should be able to get quite a bit done outside.
Yeah. I'm going to hide inside and really knuckle down on some of the editing because I'm starting to get so backed up. If I don't knuckle down and just start working on it, it'll just keep piling on me. So that's what I'm going to do today. Hang out with the kiddos and do their homeschooling and stuff and get some editing done for you guys. Hopefully I'll finish off that one video and put it out today. Yep. That's the plan.
I'm really curious with how this week has panned out, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to rain tomorrow?
I don't know.
It's calling for it. I mean, everything else cleared out except for tomorrow, so...
it'll probably rain on Saturday. We got plans on Saturday. Fun plans, not work plans. So Saturday it's probably going to rain. I ain't going to wish it on us, so let's knock on some wood. But
that ain't wood.
That ain't wood. That's fake wood. Knock up there. There you go.
There it is.
Knock on wood.
There it is. Oh, but man... Yesterday was a good day.
Yesterday was a fabulous day. We did end up going into town. We went to a couple of different places. We were on the hunt, man. We wanted a specific, not necessarily a specific style per se. The only thing is that we wanted the windows to be able to open. And we wanted them to be pretty big so that way we could still have that whole front open view. And it would be a mudroom / sunroom, sand room. I guess depending on your geographical location will depend on what you call it.
Yeah.
But we wanted that front mudroom area to be with lots and lots of windows, so that way all the sunshine can get in there, and it'd be a really, let a lot of the light into the cabin, and just be a really nice, welcoming room when you first walk into the cabin. Yeah. And so, our biggest thing that we wanted windows that would open, so that way when we're having beautiful weather, like today, be able to just open the windows up, let some of that fresh air in, Yep. And we ended up going to several different places, and Gary had all the measurements ready and whatnot. And we knew the sizes that we could get away with, and what would be too small. And we ended up going to a couple of different places. Yep. And I would say the first place that we stopped at was really cool, really, really nice. A couple of our friends and family have been there and had success with finding what they were looking for. But unfortunately for us, they had really nice stuff, but it wasn't the correct sizes. And if it was in the correct size, then they didn't open. No. And it was just one of those things where it was like, man,
What? So. Which way can we go? And we did find a couple of really good ones, but they just weren't the exact style that we were looking for.
Yeah.
And everything else. They were one way or the other. It was like, man. Or they didn't have enough. Yeah. And I was like, dang, all right. Well.
And then we would have had to mismatch and hodgepodge, which that look is good too. I've seen so many different houses on Instagram, and I guess they're getting it from Pinterest or something, but I see it on Instagram where people have upcycled different greenhouses and stuff, and they just use all kinds of random windows and stuff, and that looks really cool for greenhouses and stuff. I didn't want that necessarily for the house. To each their own, everybody can do whatever they want, but for the house I didn't really want a mismatched type of style with it. I wanted it to kind of be a little bit uniform in the front. However, when we do go to do a greenhouse or something in the future, we might go that route depending on the pricing of materials and lots of variables, right?
lots of variables when it comes down to that aspect.
But. Yeah, but for the house, we had kind of a look we wanted. Sorry, I got it's allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had like a look that we wanted, and we had certain size dimensions that we had to work with. So we ended up going to several different places. But at the end of the day yesterday, we were successful.
Yes.
And we have 7 new windows, and we have a new door, a new front door.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
I'm so excited, guys. Excited.
It should go up pretty easily.
Yeah.
I don't want to start building on it 100% just yet, because this storm does look like it's going to let loose one of these days, at least. And my luck, if I go out there and I build it all today, it's going to rain nonstop tomorrow, like it's saying.
And we're not ready for that yet.
And I'm not ready for that just yet. So I'm hoping that next week, from what I can tell off of the weather app and everything else like that, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful week next week.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see. I just know today I'm busy in the Matrix. Gary's got other things that he's got to work on as well in the background.
It is going to be hunting season this weekend.
He's been talking about it all week.
I'm like a kid in a freaking candy store when it comes down to that kind of stuff. I'm just saying.
Yes, it's the Boy Scout in you almost.
I can't. Well, it is. Like, I can't help it. I look forward to it every year. And
he plans for it all year long.
It's
like he makes it his steps towards it all year.
I've been having dreams about it. I've just been like, it's at that point. Yes, it's like it's at that point right now because it's getting that close.
Yeah.
Where it's like, when you tell your kid, or when I was a kid, you get told like, hey, we're gonna go to like Six Flags, right?
Yeah.
Or you get told that you're gonna go to Disney, or like whatever it is, right?
Or Christmas is
in like 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's like that. You can't sleep.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm so excited. I just, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than that, and it's, I love that feeling. But there's a couple of things that I'm like, I got some things that I want to go do back there, but it's so close to it that I'm scared to go back there. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't. I would just, I would leave your stuff alone, because on the camera footage, like, that they've been coming over there.
Yeah.
And, if you go and disturb something.
I know the times of where and when and how and everything else like that. And that's where it's just like, I know the time that I can go in there and go mess with stuff real quick and then get out without being, too much. But at the same time, I'm scared to at that same point, because I don't want to scare off that buck.
Just pretend you're Tom Cruise.
Have it go over to the neighbor's property and I'm out of luck again. Pretty much,
stealthy
man.
Back there.
No, you have to be like in the areas and everything else like that. Like, there's some spots where it's like, I don't know if I want to go over there, but there's other spots where it's like, hey, I can go over here real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, this weekend, baby, this weekend.
I know. And I'm excited.
This weekend.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're going to be busy with, I guarantee we're going to be busy with processing a deer this weekend. More than likely. More than likely. Just because of what we've been seeing on the cameras and stuff. And I'm just putting it out there. That we're going to be processing this weekend, just because.
Yep. So I got some stuff that I want to go do. I want to go get some ice. Mm-hmm. And start getting everything together in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like being a Boy Scout and a Scout, the motto is, be prepared.
Be prepared.
And I can't help but not be prepared, you know. And there's things that's where I'm like sitting there thinking in my mind, like, I want to do this. There's a tree that fell over, that we both were looking at literally like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we went in the back and we walked a trail heading out towards where his stands and stuff are. And as we were walking over that trail, I looked at this tree and I pointed out to Gary, I'm like, this one's going to fall any day now. He looked over at it. He's all, yep.
That one's definitely going to be falling over. It's buckling.
Yep. And it did.
It did. Like 2 days after or whatnot. I was like, oh man, now I'm going to have to go and mess with that thing. Yeah. And it's been just so busy and so like here and there and everywhere else that I haven't been back there. So that's where I'm like, I almost want to go take care of that. But at the same time, I can always walk over that, But I always like to make sure that I can get back there with everything and everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared. I can't help it.
Well, you're gonna get it, baby. You're gonna get it.
No.
And this, the rest of this week, I think tomorrow's Friday. So I think tomorrow, depending on the weather and depending on how things are panning out, like the big rain day, I think is tomorrow. Supposedly.
It's supposedly tomorrow.
Well, we're supposedly going to have a really big rain day on Tuesday too. So
Mm-hmm.
we just might need to get the old weather rock out, you know, and just make progress as we can but I understand what you're saying though. You don't want to like put it up there and then like have it get doused. And I know.
Have it get messed up one way or another. But
it's cool though. We got all of the materials.
We have everything.
We got all of the wood, all the lumber. We got the windows. We got the door. We already had the zip board. We have literally everything that we need.
Everything from the actual rafters, everything that we're going to make.
Yeah.
And everything else like that.
To do the roofing.
To do the walls, to insert the windows, to make everything match the house.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was a great day yesterday. I tell you what.
It should go by pretty quickly. And that's partly where it's like, I don't want to start building on it if it's like, I might be able to get to it in 2 days. You know, I have it, a really good portion of it to where it's like, oh, we might be able to finish it all in a week. You know, and
quite
that's
possibly.
Where it's like,
yeah, quite possibly.
I don't want to put all that effort into it today for it to get rained on, and then now I'm messing with things that got warped.
Well, and I can't help you today either.
Like that. No, I know, and that's another thing. So we got to get out some footage. I'm gonna go make some more footage and just keep adding into the can, and we're gonna get some things rolling and going and getting it done today.
Yeah.
So today should be a really, really good day.
Yeah, today is gearing up to be a very, very good day.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be good. I might do a nature walk with the kiddos today.
That'd be nice.
And everything.
It's a beautiful day for it.
I have an idea, but we'll see. We'll see which way that day goes and how everything turns out.
Yeah, the other day we did a science experiment with the kids with vinegar and like baking soda and water and stuff. And basically you like mix it into water bottles and you put like a balloon on there and you make a chemical reaction to where it like fills up the balloon.
It inflates the balloon.
Mm-hmm. So we've been doing like different things like that inside, and then also different nature walks and stuff with the kids outside, and been having them take pictures of different plants and learn about the species, and it's been very, very nice.
Yes.
It's been very, and educational, and they've been having a blast, man. They've been having a blast. I will say, skirt different subject, just thinking, I'm changing the subject. Hard left turn. So when we were at the store, shopping for the windows and for the door and stuff like that, and we were looking for different building materials, one of the places that we went to did have a lot of tongue and groove.
Yes.
And it was very affordable. And
I think we might be going with that on the internet.
Yeah, we didn't buy it just yet.
No, I'm
not ready for it, not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. But it's nice to know. And I talked with the owner and I was like, hey, so how often do you get this kind of stuff? Because they were a resale type store.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, we always got it. But you got to buy a whole bundle. I'm like, okay. How much is a whole bundle?
Yep.
You know? And it was very, very affordable. Like $1 square foot bundle. Or $1 square foot affordable. Which is very, very good for tongue and groove pricing. Especially right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I think we might have a hook on where we're going to get some of the internal stuff, which will definitely give it that cabin feel.
Yep.
I'll want to stain it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll definitely want to stain it with something not too dark, but definitely not light.
Yeah.
Nice medium color.
That makes it nice in that aspect. I'm really happy about that because we've been sort of trying to keep an eye out on all things, you know.
Yeah.
And we found that, and that was really cool.
Yeah, we still don't know for sure what we're going to do with the exterior siding of the house yet. We did talk about that a little bit yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of you guys have great suggestions. We appreciate you guys. Don't be butthurt if we don't go with what you say. Because we have to do what's right for our family and our budget and what we want and what we like, right?
Yep.
There was one thing that was brought up, which is the concrete log siding, and it looks great. I know Good Simple Living did it. They're awesome people. Have nothing but wonderful things to say about Jeremy and Melissa. They are a super family. Like, honestly, they are a wonderful, wonderful family. But they're in a different tax bracket than us, if you know what I mean. And that's okay, as there's nothing wrong with that. But they could do things sometimes that we can't necessarily do. We got nothing but love for the community, man. We're happy. We're excited that there's so many different people doing this lifestyle in so many different ways. It's very encouraging because, you know, we got to do it our way. You all got to do it your way, and no ways have to be the same ways, right?
Well, also,
and I was going to say it encourages other people that are city living. Or maybe have never even heard of this, right? Like, it gives you so many different views of the same type of lifestyle, so that way you can maybe pick and choose, like, and associate this with your life or that with your life or whatever, and then you can see how you can actually make it work for you. And that's what's really encouraging, and what I really love about the YouTube community, especially like the homesteaders YouTube community, is that no two people are doing it the same.
Right.
Everybody's got all different, man, and it's I find that to be very encouraging, and I find that to be a wonderful thing, because I think that variety is the spice of life. How boring would life be if, like, everyone was exactly the same, you know?
Pretty much.
So,
and I mean, on the building aspect wise, like, you can't really build the same way in every single zone.
right.
You know, your zone really dictates on what you should or shouldn't do with your building.
Yeah, we don't get a whole lot of snow out here each year. We do get, I'd say, maybe 3 weeks of snow, and a lot of it is ice.
It's more moisture, and
Yeah.
it's more humidity, it's more, we got to worry about, like, that kind of stuff.
We do get snow every year, and we do get freezing temperatures every year. But I would say it's like 3 weeks, and I've never seen more than a foot.
No.
And I'm not saying it can't happen, because you know what? Actually, the year before we moved out here, they had some sort of crazy storm that blew through, and our real estate agent, we had already purchased the property, but we were making moves to move out here. We still lived in Arizona, and our real estate agent had texted me pictures that winter, and there was snow everywhere, man. It was like it was deep too.
Nuts.
It was deep too. So I know it can happen, but since that year when we owned the property but weren't living here to now, there has never been no. But we do get a lot of ice.
We get a lot.
And the trees will get, like, the icicles, which is really pretty, like hanging on the naked
pretty
branch.
scary at the same time. Like,
I'm just thinking of, like, the art of it, right? Like, you got, like, the pretty tree, like the tree's all naked because all the leaves are gone, right? And so it just looks like a bunch of sticks sticking up everywhere. And then you got these really long, beautiful icicles hanging off of it. But yeah, even Rooster was telling me one time when it was like that, he went out on a ride in his Jeep, and he went up to the lookout point, and he's like, man, you know, he's talking to me and Rooster, man, I'm ducking and dodging, I'm driving up there. He's talking about how he's like, the damn engine was going, and the engine was dropping the icicles everywhere. I was like, I believe you, Rooster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you gotta be careful for some of that stuff.
It's pretty crazy, you know. But I mean, like, going on that aspect, you know, like what you do in Florida is not, you're not gonna do that same thing out here, you know.
Oh no, different soil.
Like, different soil wise, exactly. You know, what you do in, like, Europe, you're not gonna do out here.
No.
You know, like, it's different. There's different zones for different things for different reasons, and the science behind it is insane.
And also, there's different laws for different things.
And there's exactly.
You know what I mean? So, like, we can get away with some stuff over here because we're American, all right? And we live in a completely unrestricted land. So, like, if I wanted to put 2 boards up together and, you know, have some footers in there and call it my house, the electric company would have to come out, as long as we're zoned for that, and put up a pole there because it has footers. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
it has enough square footage.
And it has enough square footage. Like, we are on completely unrestricted land. And that means that we have the freedom to do what we want. We don't have codes. We don't have inspections. We don't have any kind of government entity breathing down our neck telling us what we can and can't do.
And I super value, that was one of the key selling points for us in picking this particular piece of property.
Yep.
And I have that at like one of, that to me gives our land the value that it has, is that we have the freedom to do what we want to do out here. And that makes the journey that much more fun, you know? So definitely, depending on what country you're in, you know, you might have entities breathing down your neck. You might not be able to have a backyard flock of chickens. You might not be able to get a goat or whatever. And that sucks. I feel bad for you guys, you know? That's just not how it is here. And also, depending on what state you're in, certain states are more controlling and restrictive. For instance, like California, good luck.
Yep.
You know, good luck finding unrestricted land. You might be able to find it, but it's going to be like the desert land that nobody wants.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but there are, I'm just saying, there are areas though. There are areas that are absolutely gorgeous in all 50 states. But if you are looking to do this type of journey and you want to do it, I guess, kind of the way that we're doing it, where we're just kind of like drawing what we want on a napkin and figuring it out and paying for it as we go, then you got to have unrestricted land. You have to, because otherwise every single step of the process, we would have to have our blueprints, we'd have to submit our blueprints, we'd have to have somebody come out and inspect and get it approved. And then before we could start each and every process, we'd have to have more inspections and more this and that. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going about it like cutting corners, because hello. Hello.
I might have put a lot more rebar in there. That's not a might. I know I put way more rebar in there than what the code even allows, because I've read the codes here in Arkansas. And I went above and beyond, all right?
We're building so that way if ever
anything changes,
then we can come back and be like, hey, this is what was done. And what's really awesome is that we have all the video footage, you know what I mean? So, like, no matter what.
We have documentation.
We're good.
Galore.
Yeah.
Plus, I have all my notebooks still of all my drawings, exactly what went where, what was what, what's this, what's that. And yeah, it's pretty insane. So I look through that notebook sometimes, and I'm like, man, dude, the amount of things that we have done,
and the amount of research you have done,
and the amount of research. I mean, like, it's insane on the amount, but at the same time, we wanted to do this, and what better way to, you know, challenge me and challenge yourself and challenge us all. Like, what better way?
Yeah.
You know, there only a select, I feel like only a select few people can actually really build a house, to be quite honest, and actually take it on.
Well, there is a lot of struggle, there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of what ifs, there's a lot of it's the long game, right? It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, especially if you're doing it by yourself.
Let me up that one. All right. I guarantee you that there's only a select few married couples that could build a house.
and you know what though? Let me just say, let me circle it back again though. There are so many awesome people like here on the YouTube community, right, that are showing you guys that it can be done.
It can be.
And there are several married couples that are doing it that that can't, so it can be done, all right? But there is, I promise you, even the me and Gary, we love each other and we are in a very good space in our marriage and all that, but there are days where you have to allow each other the grace. Yes. You have to allow each other the grace, and you know, maybe somebody's snapping at you a little bit much. I gotta, you know, or we gotta take a breath, you know, and evaluate and not take things personal sometimes.
No.
Because
building is an enormous amount of stress, no matter which way you try to look at it.
Yeah. And then you add the stress of filming it and putting it out to the public for everyone to see and scrutinize. I wouldn't change it. Not at all. I would not change a darn thing. I love it. I love all of it. I love all of it. I love sharing with you guys. And hopefully, not only do you guys get entertainment, you know, like you guys we're keeping you company throughout your day, you know, you don't feel so alone. Hopefully we're educating you a little bit on different things, you know, entertaining you, and hopefully, this crazy dream, this crazy thing that we're about, and not just us, but many, as you guys all watch and see, hopefully this thing can continue to snowball, because I truly believe in my heart that this is what America was really all about. Being self-sufficient, loving your neighbor, taking care of each other, living kind of a quiet, self-sustainable life, and loving your family, loving your friends, and loving God. And that's what we are all about. So 100%. And I hope that this type of thing, you know, there's so much stuff that's like pushed onto us throughout the media and throughout society, you know. I hope that this type of thing can become more of the norm and can become more mainstream, and people will become healed, you know, because this journey has been like a healing journey for me in so many different ways, spiritually, like emotionally, physically, you know, like granted I did, you know, my health did kind of take a little dump there, but that had nothing to do with any of that. I feel like I'm in so much better of a place all the way around than we were before, you know. And it took a while. Like I'm still a work in progress, you know.
It's all good.
But I feel like so much better.
Both of us had, you know, things that we had to work through and deal with and try to overcome. And me and you, I feel like, have grew into a really wonderful people. More wonderful than when we were, you know. And we're just growing to be better and better each day.
Yeah, that's all you can do is be better today than you were yesterday.
Correct.
And so that's what I'm going to encourage you guys to do, to be better today than you were yesterday, and continue growing, and don't stop. Even if you take a step backwards every once in a while, right? Keep moving forward.
Yes.
You know, just keep going. We want to be encouraging to you guys. So we're going to leave you with that. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR. I'm going to spend my day in the Matrix, pumping out some stuff for you guys. Gary's going to be Gary showing it up.
Doing all sorts of things.
You're getting really good with that, babe. You're getting really good with it. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I appreciate it. And y'all appreciate it, right? Give Gary some love. Give Gary some love.
I'm just doing this.
And you're doing it and doing it and doing it well. So we're going to run. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this morning and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR. We will catch you back on the channel here shortly. So keep your notifications turned on. And as usual, friends, until the next one, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.